This is life on East Hastings, the drug epidemic of Vancouver.
From this tent over here, we are distributing a safe supply of drugs.
I've been down this road multiple times.
That you are at no risk
Throughout my life? I haven't been down here in a long time though.
We have given you in those boxes. And we want this model to be legislated so that it can happen.
I would imagine it's pretty shit.
Friends and family, stop dying!
Right now, I am in the lush rainforest of Vancouver, British Columbia. And only 10 minutes from where I'm standing is East Hastings Street. Located in Vancouver's downtown Eastside, the area has become infamous for the rampant drug abuse and homelessness that plagues the area. Since the 1980s, East Hastings Street has been lined with people suffering from addiction, mental illness, and poverty. In 2016, Canada listed the issue of drug overdosing as a public health emergency. And since then, over 14,000 people have lost their lives, mainly due to the opioid fentanyl. But in recent years, the area has drawn controversy for its January 2023 decision to decriminalize drug possession under 2.5 grams. This also came with an act that allowed public drug use in some areas. Local harm reduction programs provide the area with clean needles, crack pipes, drug testing kits, and safe injection sites to lower the spread of diseases, infection, and accidental overdoses, allowing addicts to run rampant, stripping the police and local businesses of any method of addressing the problem. Less than a year and a half since Vancouver decriminalized drugs, they have actually recriminalized them and made it illegal once more to use drugs in public. But this decision has had no noticeable impact on East Hastings Street, where hundreds of addicts still line the streets, openly using substances. In all my travels, it is clear that this issue is not one that comes with an easy solution. And much like addiction, homelessness is rampant in the area. The downtown Eastside is one of the poorest postal codes in all of Canada, with a median income of $36,779 per year, which stands in stark contrast to the wildly out-of-control housing market here in Vancouver. The average home price in Vancouver is over $1.3 million, and that's including apartments and condos. If you want a townhouse, $1.7 million. If you want a standalone house, $2.2 million. In 2024, it is currently the hardest it has ever been to own a home in Vancouver. The monthly cost of a home here is 106% of the monthly median income, making it nearly impossible for a normal person to own a home in Vancouver. To qualify for an average priced home here, you need an annual income of $237,000 per year. And if you want to rent a one-bedroom apartment, you need over $2,700 a month. So in today's episode, I visit DTES and speak with the residents there to experience firsthand life on East Hastings.
There's no help for any of us out here.
It's like a trap. You come in, you can't get out.
It's pretty traumatic down here, the shit you see.
If there was a Sodom and Gomorrah, Vancouver, this would be it.
Yo, this shit is where the magic happens.
Buckethead, show, Buckethead.
Behind me right now is Oppenheimer Park, and you were saying that not long ago there was a bunch of tents that were here, right?
You couldn't see any of the grass back here at all. 6 months ago-ish, the government and city and police came and cleaned it all out.
So in 2020, this entire area was basically in a tent city because I think it was costing like $4 million annually or something like that to like just maintain the chaos that was already here.
That's crazy.
The juxtaposition of Vancouver is like you have this beautiful nature surroundings and then the economic issues are here and visible to everybody.
Yeah, so we are at Hastings in Maine. Some people call it Wastings in Pain. It's also known as Pill Corner.
What happened to your hand?
Wastings in pain.
I got poisoned from the inside out. Like,
oh my god.
So the medical care.
Her hand is ballooned.
Because I can't go to the hospitals, I have to trust wound care. I won't take these off because there's holes the size of tunies, and I was poisoned, and it just did something to the inside of my body where the previous drug usage were holes, it just sort of exploded.
I've seen flesh-eating injuries like these before, and they are most likely caused by the drug xylazine that has flooded American drug markets in recent years, and has now made its way up to Canada. And what is life like down here on East Hastings?
No, it sucks.
Really surprised me.
Honestly, rough compared to what I'm used to. This is not what I'm used to living like. It's not my lifestyle.
It's pretty hectic at times.
Right now I'm homeless. Usually I pass out where I drop. It could be here, it could be there, it could be the park, it could be wherever. And not all places where you drop are kind of nice.
I always hold your stuff tightly to your body. You turn your head and somebody will steal your shit. I'm a carver. Somebody steals all my carving tools, my masks and everything. You can scream all you want, but everybody will laugh.
What originally brought you down here?
It was my kids, actually. My kids, and sadly, my kids went back to Kelowna. They passed away in a house fire.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but you know what? I know they're still with me and all that, and my sister is still with me. So you know what? I'm happy.
Slavery never ended. We are still slaves. It doesn't matter what color you are, what nation you are from.
Living on the downtown Eastside is pretty hard. It's like a trap. You come in, you can't get out.
Where are you originally from?
Calgary. We came down
Almost
here
looks
to
like
have
her
a
bottom
baby.
jaw
We
is
got
just
our
like.
baby, and now we're trying to fight to get her back.
How long have you been out here in East Hastings?
3 years. Came out here for a couple of reasons. One of them to find our lost daughter.
I actually came out here to look for my daughter, and I hadn't heard from her for 6 months. And I found her, and she's not the same person.
If someone was out of town and they didn't know about East Hastings, how would you describe the area to them?
I describe it as a nightmare. If you look back in the days, there's authority down here. I wouldn't want nobody to ever come here.
How would you describe it to someone who's never heard of it?
Hell. Sharing a single room occupancy in a bathroom with 60 people, one room full of rats and cockroaches. That's what you get when you move here.
No access to a kitchen?
No.
It's a joke. Everybody's asleep and venting out. And the government's helping perpetuate that. They don't want to get you off the dope. They want to get you a secondary addiction. Everybody's making money off the fent crisis.
Run. Don't even look. Don't even come. Because it's not what it appears to be. Vancouver is a beautiful, beautiful place. Outside of that, I've never seen as much carnage now than I've ever seen in the whole time I've been here.
I used to come down here to buy crack like a long time
Not
ago when I was
surprised.
like 17, and then I started living here 14 years ago.
You said you had watched my Juggalo video.
Wow.
I want to thank you for taking time out to watch it.
Well, yeah, it was fucking hilarious, you know?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Donovan.
You got so fuckered in that thing, too. I was like, is he gonna live?
I'm cooking right now, cold ass rock.
So we're here doing a video about life in East Hastings. Could you tell me a little bit about it out here?
It's great. There's great people here. People think, oh, it's all violence. There's people that would give you the shirt off their back. It's dangerous, don't get me wrong, you know? Everyone's low income, everyone has addictions, so that's gonna come, right?
Violence is a harsh reality for areas impacted by drug addiction and homelessness. It's an unfortunate part of daily life for many living in East Hastings.
There was a couple of stabbings last night, and actually this week there's been quite a few stabbings, my friend included.
How common are acts of violence like that around here?
Every day.
I mean, is it like drug related for the most part, or is it random?
Not only drug related, there's all kinds of reasons why, like stress and being homeless, and adds to it too, right? And everybody's all stressed out.
He attacked me a few times. I got about 6 fights now. The police won't do nothing about it. He see the fight going, he won't do a thing about it. So that's what happened. I have my finger destroyed, totally destroyed by a hammer. People attacked me to try to steal my speaker and everything.
Yesterday there was a stabbing, but a couple other guys and me we dealt with it, and we got the knife away from him, and yeah. So we got it all taken care of.
I had my head crushed,
Street justice.
decapitated a year ago, New Year's Eve. Could have lifted my scalp and skull up, and you could have seen the interior of my head.
How did that happen?
I got attacked coming out of a safe site. I guess maybe the individuals thought I had money or drugs on me. A woman, I guess, grabbed me from my right shoulder, so when I turned around to look to see who was grabbing me, the other person hit me in the head with a crowbar, and I felt my head crack like an egg on a frying pan. These kind of assaults are not uncommon, and had some torturous things done to me.
Jesus.
And, when I felt my lower back give way where I was able to walk again, they had left the door open. Thinking I couldn't walk, I ran for it.
I had 4 ribs kicked in, 2 of them punctured my lungs, cracked occipital bone, and a nose through, and a hole through my nose, all because the manager I worked for, I caught him making copies of master keys and selling them. I brought it to the attention of his boss, found out that they were involved in it too. They hired 4 thugs to kill me. That's what you get for it. All teeth gone, and I'm missing 50% of my lungs.
That happened here.
That happened 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've been a bit worried that we've been out here because people will like walk by and obviously say a threat. Because we're here with the camera, and I get that it can be invasive, and we're stepping in people's homes, and I try to be respectful. And so I get it doesn't make me upset, but I have been kind of nervous about someone just coming up and.
Well, you know what I'd say with that camera, don't be out here after dark.
Honestly, usually I'm banging on people's windows and shit, like fucking not like letting them film and shit. So like I'm like super like, yeah, that's trippy that you got the camera down here.
I appreciate you letting us down here, not being upset that we're filming.
Fucking, I watch all your videos, bro, man, since way back when. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
No doubt. Yeah. People say it's all dangerous and this and that, right? And sure it is if you do stupid shit and like go in like dumb places at dumb times and doing it and like and cameras down here and you know? It's really not that bad, bro. I don't like how like the fucking documentaries and shit make it seem all scary and shit. I do not like that shit. It's not really like that. But it is like that at the same time, a little bit.
Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like staying signed into your account on a public computer. Do you really want everyone to see your spank bank of goon material? Internet service providers know every single website you visit, and they can legally sell this information to ad companies and tech giants, all without your consent. These companies profit by exploiting your personal data, and that's why I use ExpressVPN to put an added layer of protection on my online activity. When you run ExpressVPN with the click of one button, it hides your IP address, preventing ISPs and others from seeing what you do online. Your identity is anonymized through a secure VPN server, and your data is fully encrypted for maximum protection. This means you're safe from prying eyes and hackers, especially while using unsecure Wi-Fi. What I like most about ExpressVPN is how easy it is to use, especially with all the traveling I do. It's comforting to know that my browsing history isn't being sold to online advertisers, and I'm protected from eavesdroppers. Plus, it allows me to unlock content from all around the world. For example, I recently connected to South African servers to watch The Godfather Part 2 on Netflix, which isn't available in the United States. With servers in 105 countries, you get access to a much broader library of content, all while enjoying blazing fast speeds. ExpressVPN works on everything: phones, laptops, and even
Call
routers.
of Duty.
So anyone that's using your Wi-Fi is also protected. Just download the app, tap one button, and you're instantly safe. So stop paying full price for limited content. Find out how you can get 3 months free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by going to expressvpn.com/Buckingham. What are some of the difficulties you run into being a female out here on East Hastings? I feel like it's got to be difficult.
Oh my God. Between the other females and then the males, like when you're not ducking and dodging creepy dudes that are 24/7, you know, trying to run up on you and like take advantage of you, especially if you're naive, and I'm pretty naive. Being down here, it's every sucker for themselves, so to speak. Every time I close my eyes or every time my back is turned, my bag's getting pilfered or ran off with. I mean, last disability check, I cashed it. I spent $80, $88 to be exact, before the rest of it was stolen.
Is it difficult being a woman out here?
Ow.
It is. It's much harder being a woman, and in some cases it's easier being a woman. As a woman on the downtown east side, I've lucked out. I haven't been seriously hurt, but that doesn't mean that I haven't been hurt in other ways.
I got stabbed in the face about 2 months ago, 15 stitches to my tongue.
Why did they stab you in your face?
I was sort of kicking somebody out of where we were of a site, right? He wasn't doing something good, and he stabbed me. He was having a bad day, and I would hate to see him go to jail for a long time because he has a kid and he has an opportunity to get out of here. He's young. He apologized and I accepted it.
That's really empathetic of you. With all the trauma and stuff that's happened to you in this area, what keeps you around East Hastings?
My financial circumstances, that's why I am still down on the east side.
What could the government do to help the people down here more?
There could be people housed, and it just doesn't seem to be going along fast enough.
More affordable markets to shop at. We have all these bodegas with high-priced everything gouging you. We need discounts like stores like Super Value or Superstore and stuff so people can buy healthy vegetables.
People get clean down here, but there's no exit strategy, you know? They're in the same neighborhood, and how long is it going to take before they get rewired? Not long. It's just a matter of time before you use again.
More safe spots to use.
Like safe injection sites?
Safe injection sites, safe smoking sites.
Yeah, it seems like smoking is extremely popular in East Hastings.
Very popular, yeah. I quit using needles 3-4 years ago.
They go into these treatment centers, they finish their treatment, and then they get the boot and say, go back out there. No job will take them because they've probably got a criminal record.
If we could send a message to the Canadian government about how to help the people of East Hastings, what would you say?
I'd say do what Red Deer, Alberta did. They weren't going to deal with the addiction out there. They were going to deal with the homelessness. They took all the abandoned buildings, put all the homeless in there, and then brought in addiction workers to work with those that had addictions and mental health. I remember growing up as a kid, we were #1 tourist capital out here. Now it's like nobody wants to come visit Vancouver because of the way it is.
Around what year did it start to change as far as East Hastings turning into what it is now?
98, 99, all the young kids coming on the street and just It was a free-for-all. Nobody had any more pull out here. The more they brought fentanyl in, the more it changed on us. You know, I watched my mom. My mom went out. My mom was Picton's last victim. So like I watched it change so much, like, it's to a point that I'm disgusted with the city. I'd rather just move out of my own city.
I think they should build rooms for people.
More affordable housing?
Yeah, more affordable housing. It's just like they say 2,500 first floor. It's affordable housing.
This is an issue that I ran into when I visited Hawaii and experienced the housing crisis out there.
There is a very similar crisis happening here in Vancouver. Foreign investors are buying up the properties, leaving locals with limited affordable housing. Even with attempts to regulate short-term rentals and prevent foreign investors from purchasing properties, local housing prices continue to skyrocket,
resulting in severe issue with housing deficiencies and the inability for local residents to afford housing in the place where they grew up.
We know that folks
So how are the people buying them the houses then even making profit, like off of somebody renting, because nobody can afford it? Like, doesn't even make sense.
We have
What the fuck?
shipping containers, stacks of those things kicking around here, and no one wants to do anything with them.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I heard about this story in Los Angeles where this guy had built a bunch of tiny homes for the homeless people, and the government came and like demolished them and repossessed all his materials.
Yeah.
It seems like the housing market here in Vancouver is like completely out of control.
It's retarded. If you go drive up Oak Street, up Granville Street, every block there is at least 4 to 5 abandoned houses. They'd rather just tear them down, say, fuck you, you don't need a house. They don't want to live in these fucking bug-infested, drug-infested fucking SROs.
So if you live in the area and you're looking for affordable housing, I guess something they offer is a SRO.
Yeah, so the SRO is like stands for single room occupancy. It's like a form of government housing that tend to be in buildings that are zoned for it, which are like hotels. There's been a lot of cases, I'm sure you can find like headlines and articles about this, where like a building owner will just like subdivide and pack in as many people as they can so they can get the checks from the government. They don't do much to support like the standard of living in them. So drug use is really rampant in them, crime's really rampant in them. There was one around here, I think a couple blocks away, that burnt down a couple years ago, just because people are in there doing whatever. There's no oversight really. The government just wants to be able to say they're offering it and that people are using it.
Yeah, so I'd imagine a lot of the people that get an SRO might not enjoy the experience that
Gross.
much.
For sure. It's definitely a chaotic way to live. Even if you're coming from somewhere like the streets, it doesn't exactly end just because you have 4 walls and a roof over your head. There's, you know, bigger issues at play.
Is it kind of wild to be sleeping out here on the street and knowing that like right in front of us is a gigantic
That's
hotel
pretty
that's
fucked, man. Wow.
abandoned and vacant?
Yeah, it's a piss off. So what, there's
It's a
7
piss
floors
off.
there? That's what, 700 apartments? 700 rooms?
Canada is.
I like her
pretty
attitude,
insane right
man.
now. I mean, how would you even be able to afford a house on your own unless you're have a very high income
Classic
job?
Canadian.
I'm on welfare. I get $635 right now just on welfare alone as a single person. That doesn't even pay for a bachelor apartment. It's $800 for a month just to rent a hotel room.
Yeah, if you get a place for $1,200, it's sharing and fucking walk-in closet or whatever, right? Some people, oh, you can't move here because you have a girlfriend and a dog. So one person will get a place to live or whatever, but you know, they got family and they're not going to leave them. Also, people forget housing, living outside is a lifestyle choice for a lot of people.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that before from some people that they don't want to be told when to wake up or go to sleep or have rules and be inside.
Exactly. Yeah, when they're finding them or throwing their sleeping bags or tents out in the winter, that really gets to me.
I'm paying like $500 to live in an SRO, and most of these people don't even got a chance to go to SRO. Well, they burn parts of the buildings down, so fire, and somebody will go in and light hibachi or something in their damn room or a heater, and then they light that on fire, which puts more people on the street, and all these people are getting ripped off every night. So if they'll be sitting there and they're doing their drugs or something, they lay down, they're getting stole for that, ID.
There's a lot of theft.
Oh, major theft down here. That's a pastime.
They give to all the people who not deserve it. They give a nice big 1-bedroom for the same price I'm paying for a tiny little room. And they destroy it. The people destroy it.
I'm on the street for the last 3 years.
Yeah, where are you sleeping at night?
In a box somewhere.
There's no help for any of us out here. Like, they're shutting shelters down now, telling us that they're going to close the Osborne in a couple months. It's up to us. If we don't find housing, we're back on the street again.
Yeah, right now I'm living in a shelter.
How is life in the shelter out here?
So like, a lot of them are kind of crazy, man. Like the one up there was kind of nuts.
Because SROs, they really you might as well be on the street. If you're in an SRO, you're waking up every day to the next door neighbor that just ripped you off or did something horrible to you, and you have no choice but to put up with it. Otherwise, you lose your housing.
If you do something about it, you get kicked out.
Absolutely.
They get put in a single room occupant, an SRO. They get put in there, they get to live with roaches and rats and sit there and go, I gotta stay clean, I gotta stay clean, I have no job, I got nothing to do.
They have a mountain to climb to get their own place and actually, have a stable income in life.
It's ridiculous.
So obviously the call to get back into doing drugs and escaping it all for, a little bit of dopamine is very enticing.
Basically in the 80s, a thing that really kick-started the mess that's going on down here is we had a huge mental health facility, and when it got shut down, the promises the mayor made were, we're not going to force you to stay in this institution anymore, but we will have services available to you, which was just a straight-up lie. They opened this massive mental health facility and just let everyone out onto the streets.
So you're all immediately homeless?
All immediately homeless with no support, none of that.
What have you seen happen to the housing market here in Vancouver over the last 30 or 40 years?
Well, it's definitely skyrocketed. The typical Canadian can't afford to buy a house in the country that they come from.
Vancouver's move to decriminalize small amounts of hard drugs has been very controversial. Supporters see it as a necessary shift towards addressing addiction as a mental health issue rather than a crime, but critics say it leads to more drug use and further strains already struggling neighborhoods.
We are pretty fed up with this fight against evidence-based programs that actually are saving lives. We cannot allow the Conservatives to take us back to the failed ideology of the past.
No common sense. The evidence is seen in the tragic faces of addicts who lie overdosed on the pavement in the downtown east side of Vancouver, where after this Prime Minister spent $100 million handing out free drugs to addicts, he has led to a 300% increase in overdoses. Will he stop giving dollars for drugs and instead follow my common sense plan to put the resources into treatment and recovery to bring our loved ones home drug-free?
Clearly, harm reduction programs to help combat addiction are controversial ones, but with flesh-eating drugs like xylazine flooding the market, something obviously must be done.
How have you seen the introduction of Trank affect the people of the area?
Trank's not a good thing. I've watched so many of my friends drop. It's in everything now. Trank's being used as every kind of foreign drug out there. Crystal meth, crack, the down. All of it's got Trank in it. Everyone's addicted to it.
I know Vancouver's made some efforts to decriminalize drugs and stuff. What's your stance on that? Should drugs be decriminalized?
I think that's stupid as hell. Now the taxpayer is paying the government, is paying the dope dealer basically.
So you feel like it should be illegal?
Yeah, totally. It's bad for the kids, it's bad for you.
So you don't think it's helping the addicts out here?
No, that's making it worse. I think there's more deaths now than ever before.
So you don't feel like the harm reduction stuff is supplying clean drugs that are safer?
I think that's a good thing. Harm reduction is a great thing. But there needs to be more boundaries on it, I think.
Before they really decriminalize it again, they should really think twice about it again, eh? I get my fucking morphine, 11 morphines a day, 100 Acadian morphines. That's a lot of dope for one person, right?
Oh, yeah. So what's your take on the decriminalization thing? Do you think it was good or bad for the area?
They tested the drugs there. It was all mostly Trank, eh, that was going out. When people out there buying heroin, right? And I've seen so many people die from it too, right? I wouldn't say genocide, but fucking social side or something like that. What do you call it?
I think decriminalizing it was a bad idea, first of all. And now recriminalizing it, I'm waiting for a riot.
Make the fucking drugs not illegal again, because I heard they're switching that up, and ever since the cops been coming and taking people's shit and shit, they're using an excuse to take people's shit.
Do you feel like drug addiction should be treated like a mental health issue or a criminal issue?
It's a mental health issue, because a lot of us guys, we have mental health and we use the drugs to get away from the mental health because we don't know how to deal with our own mental health issues.
Vancouver implemented its own decriminalization a long time ago when they came out with community court, where if you are in a downtown Eastside zip code, you basically commit a crime within the downtown Eastside, not put through regular court. They take into account the fact that there is homelessness, the fact that you're an addict, the fact that you're surrounded by criminals who are doing things and desperate. Vancouver's the only place I know of where you can just walk into the courthouse and vacate a warrant. If you stay quiet and you don't bother the public, as a dope dealer or as a dope user, they'll let you go. they'll even help you.
Next, Amelia, a local harm reduction advocate, shows us around as we discuss the efficacy of harm reduction programs.
Vancouver specifically has been controversial for its attempts to try to do harm reduction services, right, to combat addiction.
So we had a legal safe supply program, which was a prescription of hydromorphone, also known as Dilaudid, Dillies, to people who were at high risk of overdose or severe withdrawals. They can kind of survive without.
I broke my TV and now my wife of 18 years, Melissa, has took the 8 kids and has moved to Wisconsin to live with my gay uncle
Further
Tom.
complications to their health.
Sorry for your loss.
I wanted to
there
return
too.
to substances, I would
That is
get
unfortunate.
dropped by fentanyl. And so the idea that I can go access something that has been tested, is way lower dosed, have the effects that I was looking for, I would definitely opt to seek a safer supply in that sense, because I don't want to die.
With the advent of fentanyl, it's like this awesome dice roll as to how much drugs you're actually doing every time.
I almost wish I missed when it was just fentanyl. Now it's like the trank dope and the benzo dope, like you're seeing down in the States. We have it here too.
Trank is here as well?
Yeah, trank is here. I feel like for Vancouver, what we have is a housing problem, and we have a mental health problem, and we have just an
the housing doesn't help at all.
Against the poor.
I can imagine these guys have quite a mountain to climb to think about, getting their health in order and somehow coming up with the funds to get a way of transporting themselves to a job, and then finding housing when it's probably like, what, $2,500 a month on average or something?
Yeah, and then it's also finding a job when you have a criminal history, because now your last 10 years of your life has been criminalized, so.
Yeah. Behind me right here is one of 4 washrooms that are in the area, right?
Yeah, it's one of 4 public washrooms that people can utilize. They're slated to get shut down soon. This is Smokey D's work. He's like a really well-known graffiti writer, and this is what he has recently done to try and get the message out that we need the washrooms down here still.
The washroom is cleaning itself right now. I've never seen one of these do that. It's pretty cool.
Now we visit Insight, a safe injection site in Vancouver that offers clean drug supplies and has medical staff present to provide addiction treatment, mental health assistance, and first aid in the event of an overdose or injury.
Behind me is Insight. You were saying it's actually the first safe injection site in North America?
Yeah, so this is the first safe injection site in North America. It's also one of the largest, I believe, and then it is really amazing in the fact that its top couple levels are also a detox and transitional housing.
Definitely doing a lot to help the area.
Yeah, definitely doing the most.
The fentanyl's kind of fucking shitty and whatever, right? It'd be cool if it was just straight up like heroin, like back in the day, where it wasn't like, yeah, dude, yeah, dude, yeah.
Now you can't even get fentanyl. There's like trank in the fentanyl.
Oh yeah, the trank in the fentanyl, man. But like honestly, everyone around here is like, they'll tell you what you're buying.
One of the most interesting scenes I witnessed on East Hastings was the booming resale market all along the sidewalks. Here, personal possessions and stolen goods are openly bartered for necessities, money, and most of all, drugs.
So it seems like this street right here has a pretty big resale community, right?
We tend not to prosecute the drug user or like the low end of crime here in Vancouver and in Canada, even just generally. Even major crimes don't get prosecuted in the same way they do in the States. But yeah, you'll see a lot of goods that may have come from someone's car, not a store around here. So
a lot of petty theft, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I would say car theft is one of the major ones that goes on. I've had windows smashed on vehicles and change stolen probably like 5 or 6 times in my life. Just they don't take anything else and try and steal the car. It's just anything is just sitting. They'll smash and just grab.
5 or 6 times?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Wow.
In my driveway. Yeah, so a big thing in Vancouver is if you own a bike, lock it up. And as you can see here, even if you lock it up, you're probably going to have pieces of it ripped apart and sold online.
Yeah, so it seems like this street has a lot of resellers
Yeah, that's
and things. Could you speak about that a little bit?
A whole bunch of resellers because, hey, that's all we can do. What we can do, we're the poor people. We don't have enough money to live.
You know, this is my shit anyway, man. No. If you don't want to buy anything, but the speakers and shit, yeah.
How much does the speaker cost?
Man, I'm selling for a homie. He said 170 for both of them. I'm selling for 20. You know what I mean? I got that low price, bro.
Yeah.
Legit. Yeah.
What's that low?
Yeah, low. Legit, bro. You want to DeWalt, man? All that shit. Anyway, nothing here and there. But all the good shit's gone. Can you just pronounce this fucking shit? Salvador Ferragamo. Yeah, I don't fucking know, man. Some rich people shit.
Glasses.
Yeah, no doubt.
I got the.
Oh my
ultra
god,
scuffed,
dude.
Broken glasses.
Oh, no doubt, dude. Goddamn. Fucking A.
Been fucked for months.
Yeah, man.
I
That's
gotta get
fucking, you're here in the trenches. Oh, anyways.
That guy's a knife in his hand.
Oh, yeah, yo, I'm not gonna speak on any of it. I've seen some wild shit down here, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yo, some real gnarly shit. There's a reason you want to go on, brother. Yeah, I know it's that Chinese company and shit, brother. Hey, I'm good on all that, man. I don't fucking trust those guys, man. The reason being is, like, they fucked me too many times, man, with phones. Anyway, I appreciate the offer. $1 each?
$1 each.
As soon as your last ones, will you do 2 for $2?
No.
Alright, 2 for $3.
Okay.
Alright.
Hard bargaining.
Yeah, man, that's what you gotta do, man. Here and there.
This guy read the art of the deal.
Hey, man, fucking A. So, hey, we're on the Brandon Buckingham show, bro. Do you have anything to say to?
Whoever's killing everybody, you gotta stop.
Alright. So I think, about night and day, I think it's a little different, right?
There's people coming down here dying because they're experimenting with pills and stuff, and it's got fentanyl in it.
Yeah, true that.
So you guys are dying too, you know.
No. Yo, if you're gonna use, go to ops or go
all
to.
The people down here are all new people. These aren't people that have been down here for any amount of time.
Yeah, legit, man.
You haven't put no time in down here. I was down here 27 years ago when the drugs were good. You should have seen how bad it was then.
Yo, I'm 2 years in, man. He's talking about me right now. Legit.
I'm talking about everybody here.
Yo, yeah, no doubt, eh? Good damn. Fucking A. No, fucking A.
It's 27 years I've been down here.
Hey, good for
And my
you,
dad died and I quit. You know, these guys are my drugs now.
Right on, man. Hey, that's a positive audience. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah. Right on, man. Happy
These guys
to
give me more than any drug can.
How long you been down in East Hastings?
Holy
down
fuck,
here
man.
For 5.5 years before I started getting into the shelters. I've been on
That is
housing
so
lists for
bad.
8 years now.
It's a long wait. Did you ever imagine that you'd be homeless?
No, not at all. What had happened was, like, right out of high school, I moved here from the Okanagan, and I went to BCIT to become a glazer, and I ended up having a prolapse at work. Do you know what a prolapse is?
What is it?
Basically, I lifted so hard, you push your asshole out.
And it's from lifting
Hey,
so
yo.
much weight?
Yeah, I did a deadlift of 1,700 pounds with another guy. The window was 22 feet tall.
That was probably a life-changing moment.
Oh yeah, 4 surgeries. I tried going back to work 6 months later. I had another one, and then I took 3 months off, and then I went back to work again, and it happened within 4 hours.
That's like an excruciatingly horrible thing to happen, right?
Oh, it's severe pain. Well, the doctor put me on oxys. I had no clue what they were.
For someone who's never heard of East Hastings Street, how would you describe it to them?
Okay, my ex-wife's youngest brother, through their church, he did this missionary thing, and he went down to Skid Row in LA. He says it's safer walking down there at night by himself than it is walking down here during the day.
Yeah, it was wild to see some of the vacant hotels, like the Regent Hotel.
Been a lot of bodies found in the walls.
A lot of bad things have happened at the Regent Hotel.
Almost every hotel down here.
What are your thoughts about the housing market here in Vancouver and the prices?
I actually found out from 3 lawyers that BPD is privately owned by a Chinese individual in the States, and their wages are paid by philanthropists, high rollers down here that want tax
Sitting the
write-offs.
blunt.
What are you saying over there, bro? What are you saying? Man, every day is a good day, man. You know that, man. Yeah, man, I paid $10 for it. I'll sell it for $10, man. She rips. Yeah.
She rips.
She rips, right? Yeah. No, she does, man. Fucking like 1,100 RPM, bro.
Yeah, how long have you guys known each other?
Fucking, I don't know, give or take fucking 8 months. Yeah, sure.
Does the trank feel similar to how like Xanax feels?
Oh, maybe. Honestly, like, no.
I've never done Xanax.
You know, I've only done it by accident, man. Well, it's true, man. I didn't inhale it, but you know, I don't know.
Trank
Goes in
is
some dabbies on the
a lot more
sidewalk.
intense, but there's no fentanyl in it. It's straight tranquilizer. And people can Narcan you all they want. It's not going to do anything. Okay, so there's 3 types of fentanyl out here. There's salt, there's cucumber, and there's gas fent.
Hello. Have a good evening.
I believe it. What I've heard is gas fent is only 3 molecules away from being crocodile.
This camera just saved us, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, legit.
The power of the camera.
Legit, man. They didn't want to fucking stop and fucking harass us or nothing. They know they're on camera, bro. They didn't even. Yo, legit camera. Hey, man, $5,
What
brother.
the fuck?
No. Oh, goddamn, brother.
That's nope.
Yeah, that's nope. No, it was up there, Agra?
You know you're capable of doing down. turned into a porn star. And literally, fucking, I've walked away.
Bro needs a table and a chair.
3 hours later, like, I give up.
Yeah, just forfeit the attempt.
Yeah.
Fuck, I might even have a table, man.
Too many perks. I'll fuck the bitch. I couldn't come.
Oh yeah, dude, man. Yo, legit, I'll put you on this.
Let me just drive 4 hours or 5 hours, and I'll go give it to you.
Yeah, man, this microphone makes me feel like, oh, yeah, yo, I know what you're doing, bro. I know, now I know. Yo, see your sauce, man. Put a microphone in your hand. Yo, legit. Yo, bro. Anything you see here, man, you interested in? I'll give it to you fucking cheap as fuck, man.
How cheap are we talking?
I'm talking like I live in a shelter. I'm trying to fucking downsize, brother.
Sell me on something.
You want me to sell you
I'm
on
open
something?
to being convinced.
Yo, is there a little chip, brother? Right, Falcon right here, bro. That's Swiss-made shit.
Oh, buddy, I used to landscape. I know.
Oh, you know your shit. All right, so
You know your
these
shit.
fucking tool right here, man. In its heyday, $80, I bet you, because the last one.
This guy definitely grew up on Trailer Park Boys.
From the same company, man. TikTok video every time I sniff some shit. I'm not even fucking around, bro. It felt
He's
like a
so
TikTok
young,
video.
bro.
Okay, so we got fucking Yukon, fucking ice creams, knife,
Bro needs to get the fuck out of there.
Did the mathematics, passes all along, eh?
Sounds great to me.
Alright.
I'm probably chill on that, honestly. I don't even like ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah, no doubt, but like, it's be rude not to eat my fucking gross tasting fucking ice cream sandwich, bro. There, and then mathematically, then we gotta do one more. Yeah, you don't have to eat it, man. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, get in there. Oh yeah, everybody's stoked. All right.
How do you feel about some of the stuff that's said on the internet about how dangerous this area is?
Fuck all those documentaries, man. Literally, there's a narrative they're pushing, and it's fucking not really with it. Like, sure, it is dangerous, right? It's dangerous, man. Shit pops off, but like, if you don't put yourself in those situations, it's not gonna be like that. If you don't steal from fucking people and do this and that, like you steal from the rich, give to the poor, right? Anything other than that is gonna probably get you fucking hammed up.
It's like jail. You can keep your head down and do your own time.
No doubt. Anyway.
I mean, we've been out here for like 8 hours, and you know, some people have been a little irritable, but you know, there's been no issues.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, man. Like, why, I don't know, man. I'm stoked in that, man. It's really just vibes. All year round, man, we're chasing around cameras, bro. Like, I literally don't like cameras. I don't fucking like cameras out here. But like, I vibe with you, brother, man. So like, yo, like, I'm happy to fucking be in the fucking whatever, right?
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries, brother. No worries. But like, yo, legit, man. Like, there'll be like people rolling up right and like filming and shit. I'll go bang on their fucking window and shit and get the fuck out of here.
Don't eat any yellow snow and don't accept any wooden nickels.
Yeah, man, wooden nickels don't. Yeah, keep your stick on that. All right, yeah.
Bro.
Wise words.
What advice would you give to someone who might just be first experimenting with drug use?
I mean, what is experimentation with drug use? You either do them or you don't. I never ever wanted to be addicted to opiates. I still don't want to be addicted to opiates. I hate them. They suck.
Get clean and get out.
Do you have any advice for people out there that are struggling with addiction?
Never stop trying to quit. Like, relapsing is part of quitting, right? So.
Steer clear of being an addict. It's not fun. It's not what it's chalked up to be.
If you can help, try to help.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people out there?
There is a way out of life, and it is fentanyl.
Don't come around here.
Just be good to one another. It's so important. That's the most important thing.
Thanks for listening to us, and be safe. Always know where your harm reduction centers are.
For people that watch this that want to donate to help the people of the area, whether it's through harm reduction or whatever, what are some good resources that they could look into?
PHS is a really good organization. They're the one that runs Insight here. If you're looking for more grassroots organizations, there's the Vancouver Area Network of Drug Users, VANDU, as well as the Drug User Liberation Front, which right now is seeking legal aid. And if you just do a search on Twitter for both VANDU or DOLF, ways to donate to them should
Not
pop
yet,
up.
Cam.
Thank you so much for all that you do and for coming out with us today and walking around and giving us some information and everything.
I haven't
if anyone
played
wants
since
to
Saturday.
Follow you on social media. What's your Instagram?
I have a harm reduction Instagram at Healing and Harm Reduction, and I post a lot about the community, and I also am looking to collaborate more with harm reductionists around North America.
Yeah. Do you have any final statements about East Hastings as a whole?
I love it here. East Hastings community kept me safe when I was struggling and on my own as a young person. And so now I just love spending my time with folks that were once keeping me safe, and I can do the same for them.
And do you have a last message for anyone who's struggling with mental health or addiction and things like that?
Talk to people. There are groups for your specific needs. You're not alone, and there are things that you can do to overcome any challenges you may be facing.
Any words of advice for, someone struggling with depression right now?
Yo, legit, man, fucking, who the fuck isn't, bro? 2022, brother. Legit, fucking keep your head up, and fucking also, like, man, like, yeah, we all got mental health shit, man.
Did you say
keep it real.
2022?
I don't know about you, I don't fucking know. But I know me, Yeah.
That was good.
It's mediocre at best.
2022 threw me off, though.
Yo, okay, yo,
You threw
legit.
that out.
Yo,
You threw out 2022.
Yo, shit, man, I'm missing out so many stuff.
Well, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Have a
Cheers,
great
cheers.
one.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say for people that, have
Wow.
some down days and are thinking of taking their life and that too, not let them get to you. Give it some time. It might be a day, it might be 2 days, but everything will work out in the wash eventually. I've had my depressing days, but I'm not going to take my life over it, and neither should anybody else.
I love you all, and I will die for you all. I'm here for you. Thank you very much again. Bye.
Right now I'm at Crab Park, which is just a short distance away from East Hastings Street. Behind me are some tents that are government mandated and allowed to be here, and we're going to speak with someone who's been staying here for a while. All right, so who am I here with?
Suzanne, don't be hard on yourself because we tend to discriminate.
God
our
damn.
own thoughts before we would
That was fucked, man.
do something about it. With all of this
I
going
expected
on,
it
it's
to
like
be
there's
pretty bad, but
a lot of politics.
God
behind
damn,
it.
dude.
Walking on the trails here
That
at
breaks
Crab
my heart.
Park, you can see you have naloxone kit, aka Narcan, sitting here.